Hello, hello, hello.
With due permission of your lordships, farewell address to Honorable Mr. Justice Suman Shyam on being transferred to the Bombay High Court may now be held. For order of reference, may I call upon Mr. Kamal Nayan Chaudhary, President, Guwahati High Court Bar Association.
Honorable Chief Justice Acting.
Video is not available.
Honorable Chief Justice Acting. Honorable Justice Suman Shyam. Honorable Judges of this Honorable Court. Respected senior advocates. My junior colleagues at the bar. Members of registry. Today we have assembled here to bid farewell to not only a distinguished judge of this honorable court, but we still consider him to be a dear colleague of ours. A reference of this nature calls for a mixed feeling. We are feeling sad because Justice Shyam, who had been a part and parcel of our legal fraternity, is being transferred and is moving to Mumbai High Court, one of the premier high court of the country. That way he is lucky. He would be dispensing justice in a high court, which is considered to be one of the premier high court of the country. That way, it would be helpful for the litigants and lawyers of Mumbai High Court. As far as Justice Shyam is concerned, I personally know him from a very close angle from the year 2002. I still remember that day when Indranil Chaudhary, the present Advocate General of Arunachal Pradesh, and he entered my chamber. That was in the year 2002. We shared a very good professional relationship until he adorned the office of the judge of this honorable court in January, perhaps January 2015. I need not certify as to what are the qualities which Honorable Justice Suman Shyam possesses. He was a brilliant lawyer. As a judge also, he has excelled. He has delivered judgments on different fields. He has delivered quite a few good judgments. But I still have a lot of expectation from him. I'm yet to come across a seminal judgment from Honorable Justice Suman Shyam. Let me make it very clear. End of the day, a judge would be remembered only for his judgments. Today we talk of many judges, Justice Vivian Bose, then H.R. Khanna, M.N. Venkatchalaya, judges of this court like P.K. Goswami, Khogendranath Saikia, B.L. Hansaria. Why? Because of their seminal judgments. I'll just narrate one incident. I was in Central Government Standing Council. At the peak of Operation Bajrang, an opinion was sought from me as to why army authorities cannot interrogate a person whom they take into custody. Because this High Court was, a lot of cases were filed where the allegation is, the habeas corpus petitions were filed. And the allegation in these petitions were that so-and-so was picked up by army and he has not been handed over to the civil police still. Now, whenever such a petition is filed, orders were passed by this honorable court saying, hand over the detainee to the nearest police station with the least possible delay. It was in that context, an opinion was sought from me. Why can't we interrogate? Where is it written? Then it is a case, I'm talking of 1991. Then there was a book written by Honorable Justice B.L. Hansaria, Law of Writ. I laid my hands to that book and I found the answer. And that is again based on a judgment delivered by Honorable Justice B.L. Hansaria in a division bench matter from Imphal. If I'm not mistaken, it is reported in 1983 Supreme Court. Sorry, GLR. Now the view which was taken by Honorable Justice B.L. Hansaria was the reasonable apprehension that a person is likely to commit a cognizable offense must precede the arrest. So Justice B.L. Hansaria, as a judge of this honorable court, sitting in Imphal bench, heading a division bench, rendered the judgment saying it is the duty of the army, after they take into custody any person in a disturbed area, to immediately hand over a detainee to the nearest police station with the least possible delay. The reason being, the reasonable apprehension must precede the arrest, not follow. And that is the reason why you have no power of interrogation. Armed with that, and I found that against that judgment of Honorable Justice Hansaria, Union of India also filed an SLP. SLP was dismissed in limine. Based on that, I gave that opinion. I consider these are seminal judgments. That is why I have referred to the judgment. Similarly, other distinguished judges from this court who went on to Supreme Court also have delivered. Therefore, my expectation from Shyam today is he has a bright future. He is going to Bombay High Court. He will be the ambassador of the state and he will definitely excel and live up to our expectation. I'm sure there are many speakers who are after me. You have till now shown your mettle and you will continue to do so. There is no doubt about it. But please remember, I expect some seminal judgments from you. Recently, sitting in division bench with Arun Dev Chaudhary, you have rendered that series of judgments where the validity of the rules have been challenged, education matters. And in one judgment which was against me, that was against a fishery settlement matter, where Lordships interpreted Rule 13. And in that judgment, the judgment was against me. I preferred a writ appeal. Writ appeal I succeeded, but Supreme Court restored your judgment. But I would expect some more. In any case, today, I on my personal behalf and on behalf of the members of the Guwahati High Court Bar Association, bid your lordships a farewell. We wish you all the best in your future endeavors in life. We also wish all the best to Shumana Shyam, who is present in our midst, and the young one. And all the best. Thank you very much. Oh, Michael, I want to
Mr. Santom Khan, President, Guwahati High Court Advocate Association.
Honorable Chief Justice, Acting Honorable Mr. Justice Suman Shyam, Honorable Judges present, respected members of the registry, respected seniors and junior members of the bar, ladies and gentlemen. Today we have assembled here to bid farewell from this court to one of the distinguished judges, Justice Suman Shyam, on his transfer to the Bombay High Court. His Lordship enrolled as an advocate under the Bar Council of Assam, Nagaland, etc. in 1996. He practiced mainly on civil side, dealing with civil matters, constitutional matters, arbitration cases, and service matters, as well as he handled election trial and criminal matters before the High Court. He appeared before the High Court in the principal seat as well as in the outstanding benches and civil court on the original side. His Lordship also functioned as the Secretary of the Indian Law Institute Assam chapter from 2010 till his elevation. Lordship, we will miss your presence, but we are confident that your legacy will continue to inspire us. I myself, and on behalf of the Guwahati High Court Advocates Association, wishes your Lordship all the best for your distinguished assignment in the Honorable Bombay High Court. Thank you.
Mr. Chinmay Chaudhary, Chairman, Bar Council of Assam, Nagaland, Mizoram, Arunachal Pradesh, and Sikkim.
My Lord Honorable Chief Justice Acting, my Lord Justice Suman Shyam, Honorable Judges of this High Court, learned members of the registry, my esteemed colleagues in the bar, the honorable guests present, ladies and gentlemen. We have assembled to bid farewell to one of our senior and most prominent judges, Justice Suman Shyam. He has been transferred to one of the premier high courts of the country, that is Bombay High Court. Previously also some of our judges were transferred there who left a remarkable mark there in the High Court through their performances. And we sincerely hope Justice Suman Shyam will never fail in his duties there. When Justice Shyam joined the bar, he was a bright young man with a lot of promises in his eyes, sincere in his practice. Today, of course, he is a brighter young man and going there to show his mettle in another high court. We sincerely feel that it will be found to be most valuable, that is his presence in that high court. We shall miss him, no doubt, but Lordship will be remembered in this high court for the judgments he is going to leave behind. And I found Lordship very busy all the time, whether inside the courtroom or outside. He was doing lots of things for the upliftment of the situation of this high court. Once I entered Lordship's chamber to extend invitation to some of our small function in the Bar Council. Lordship said, Mr. Chaudhary, don't invite me to such functions because I am awfully busy in some more serious jobs. I said, sorry, then, Lordship. And I found where I belong. With no remorse, Lordship. I enjoyed it. But Lordship was serious in every aspect. Today, Lordship is living, and we sincerely hope that the day will come when Lordship will be elevated to the apex court, and there also Lordship will glitter. These words, I express my best wishes, extend best wishes to Lordship on behalf of the Bar, as well as the Bar Council of Assam, Nagaland, etc.
Mr. Indranil Chaudhary, Advocate General, Arunachal Pradesh.
Honorable the Chief Justice Acting, Honorable Justice Shyam, other honorable judges present, my respected senior colleagues, my young friends, members of the registry, and Sumana and all. It is, so far as Justice Shyam's contribution, performance as a judge is concerned, I don't think I need to say much. The packed courtroom says volumes. So far as the other aspects, I think I need to say a few things on a personal note. As soon as I joined my practice in this High Court, Justice Shyam was one of the first friends I made. We ended up going through a lot of struggles as young lawyers. In fact, taking a cue from what Mr. Ken Chaudhary, Senior Counsel, said, we were associated very closely with Mr. Chaudhary's chamber. And we have done quite a few cases together. I distinctly remember one particular case. Mr. Ken Chaudhary called us to his chamber at around 8:30 in the evening. It was a contractual matter from Mizoram. And I'm sure Justice Shyam will remember. So at around 8:30, the client comes with a voluminous bunch of documents. Initially, Mr. Chaudhary was slightly apprehensive because there was a lot of urgency in the matter and we needed to move it very next day. But we took on the challenge. As I said, a very voluminous bunch of papers. We, Justice Shyam and myself, we moved to my chamber and we started drafting. It was a joint effort. Almost, I think we carried on till about 2 o'clock in the morning, drafting the petition. Managed to get it ready, moved it unlisted. We were led by Mr. Ken Chaudhary. And we also managed to get a stay in that time at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. We have seen the struggles of young lawyers together. And thereafter, things proceeded as has already been stated by my senior friends. He was one of the lawyers who was adept in various fields of law. He was equally good on the writ side. He was equally good on the civil side, arbitrations. And as a judge of this High Court, also he has delivered judgments on various fields. I distinctly remember he had just barely been elevated. There was a matter on Article 19(1)(g) that I had the privilege of arguing before him. The judgment went against me, but it was a very lengthy deliberation. I got to learn a lot, and true to his reputation, Honorable Justice Shyam delivered I would call it a brilliant judgment. I was obviously a little sad because it went against me. I am sure as his lordship proceeds to Bombay, he will be exposed to a larger variety of cases there. And I'm sure, I'm very confident that he will perform to his best. And we also are very hopeful and looking forward to his lordship's further elevation to the apex court. I, on my personal behalf and on behalf of the state and the people of Arunachal Pradesh, wish your lordship the very best, a very happy, successful, healthy life ahead. May your lordship absolutely excel in Bombay and further ahead.
Mr. Biswajit Goswami, Additional Advocate General, Assam.
Honorable Chief Justice, acting of this Honorable Court, Honorable Justice Suman Shyam, Honorable Judges of this Honorable Court, my esteemed colleagues, members of the registry, ladies and gentlemen. It is with great respect and touch of emotion that I rise to bid farewell to Honorable Mr. Justice Suman Shyam as his lordship prepares to assume office at the Honorable Bombay High Court, one of the premier institutions of the country. My lord, Suman Shyam's journey was started with dedication and legal excellence. After his graduation in science stream and after obtaining his LLB degree from JB Law College, he was enrolled as advocate in the year 1996 under the Bar Council of Assam and other northeastern states. In a career spanning nearly 2 decades at the bar, your lordship practiced primarily on civil side, dealing with civil, constitutional, arbitration, and service matter, with occasional forays into criminal and election trial also. Your lordship was a regular presence, not only in the principal seat, but also in the outlying benches of the courts of this honorable court. Your lordship also served as secretary of the Indian Law Institute, Assam sector from 2010 until elevation to the bench of this honorable court, and held the also office the standing council of the Honorable Guwahati High Court and several public sector undertakings. It is in all roles, your lordship exemplify commitment, clarity, and quiet dignity. Elevated as an additional judge on 7th January 2015 and appointed as permanent judge on 3rd January 2017. Your lordship's judgment have stood up for their balance, depth, and human approach. On this bench, your patience, hearing, and composed demeanor have left a lasting impression of the bar. My Lord Justice Suman Shyam, as you move on to the Bombay High Court, a court of national importance, your lordship will carry with you the good wishes and admiration of the legal fraternity of this region. While we feel your absence keenly, we are also confident that your lordship will continue to serve the cause of justice with the same wisdom and grace. On my personal behalf and on behalf of the state of Assam, I wish your lordship continued success, good health, and fulfilling tenure ahead. Namaskar.
Ms. T. Karu, Additional Advocate General, Nagaland.
My Lord, Chief Justice Acting, Honorable Justice Suman Shyam, other honorable judges, member of registry, senior advocates, and my dear colleague of this esteemed bar. As we can see, we all have gathered today to bid a reluctant farewell to Honorable Justice, Mr. Justice Suman Shyam on his transfer to Bombay High Court. Mr. Justice Suman Shyam, upon obtaining his LLB degree from JB Law College, Guwahati, enrolled as an advocate to this Bar Council of Assam, Nagaland, etc., with effect from 3/9/1996. His lordship was elevated as additional judge of Guwahati High Court on 7/1/2015 and appointed as the permanent judge of this Honorable High Court on 3/1/2017. My Lord has delivered judgment on various jurisdictions, which contributes towards the great growth of procedural and substantial law. Apart from that, my Lord continues his involvement in intellectual activity in the administration of the court and has made a multifaceted personality. We shall miss your presence in this building, both in the courtroom and corridor while passing by. I surely hope your Lordship will mark another chapter of achievements and make a difference where you are assigned to be. I, on my personal behalf and on behalf of the government of Nagaland and its people of Nagaland, I bid you a fare thee well. We shall see you when our paths cross again. Thank you.
Ms. Panchali Bhattacharya, Additional Advocate General, Mizoram.
My Lord Honorable Chief Justice, Honorable Mr. Justice Suman Shyam, other honorable judges, learned members of the bar, learned members of the registry, and distinguished guests. Today, I am privileged to deliver speech in this gathering to bid farewell to Honorable Mr. Justice Suman Shyam on the occasion of his lordship transfer to Bombay High Court. We are gathered here today with mixed feeling of sadness, but also thankfulness for the time we have shared with your lordship in the bar as well as bench of this honorable court. I have always found your lordship is a patient listener in the court, and lordship encouragement and guidance to the young lawyers have always been remembered. During the tenure as a judge of this honorable court from 2015, your lordship delivered several landmark judgments in all branches of law. Young lawyers, for young lawyers, your lordship is the philosopher, guide, and source of encouragement. Parting with long association with his lordship is very painful, but we are expecting from your lordship same guidance and advice in future, though your lordship may not in Guwahati. I, on my personal behalf and on behalf of the state of Mizoram, wish your lordship and his family all the very best and pray to God that as your lordship is going to start a new journey, may the path ahead be filled with success, joy, and fulfillment.
Mr. Ranjit Kumar Dev Chaudhary, Deputy Solicitor General of India.
Honorable the Chief Justice Acting, Honorable Justice Suman Shyam, Honorable judges present here today, members of the registry, learned senior advocates, and my colleagues in the bar, family members present here today. Indeed, it's mixed feelings for me. One side, we'll be losing a competent judge from this honorable court. But then, this is the way forward for Honorable Justice Suman Shyam to go ahead. In fact, the field that now he would be playing in is much wider, much more laws would be involved. Since it's a very old high court, various types of litigations are there which may not be prevalent out here. He would have the opportunity to excel in all those matters. Now, today, while I was thinking about Honorable Justice Suman Shyam, I recollect my first encounter with him when he was an advocate. Of course, he enrolled as an advocate in 1996, whereas I enrolled in 1998. But I did not have an opportunity to interact with him, or I did not encounter him in any cases. Till perhaps it was 2014. And it was a arbitration matter before the learned district judge here. And I was told that Mr. Suman Shyam, advocate, is my opposite party counsel. And as it is, Suman Shyam is not a very common name. I thought this was something peculiar. I wanted to know who is Mr. Suman Shyam. I wanted to know how he is, because I have not encountered him till 2014. Then I got some feedback. perhaps the case lasted 2 days or so. And at that point of time, I had assessed and I told my junior that this person is going to be a judge of the High Court. And very next year, he did happen to be a judge of this Honorable High Court. Today, I am also reminded about the words of Senior Nariman in his Harvard lectures, where he has pointed out that the system of judiciary, the system of litigation that we have inherited here, is the system of adversarial litigation, where actually justice may be a very distant thing. Justice is just like an utopia, which we strive to achieve, but matters are decided in whose favor there are more documents. It is a country where precedents rule, but here is an exception. Justice Suman Shyam himself set a precedent. Instead of following the precedents, he has set a precedent in his judgments. He has, of course, delivered a variety of judgments. I would not speak about them. And very good judgments, I would say. We'll miss him. But then, unofficially, I am told that Justice Suman has completed his construction of his house here. So I'm sure he will return back one day. And perhaps that would be a return from the Supreme Court. And I would look forward to meeting him in another personal capacity. I wish Justice Shyam very best for his next tenure in the Supreme Court and any further advancement in his career. My best wishes to his family members as well. Thank you.
Now may we have the honor of reference by Honorable the Chief Justice acting.
My esteemed brother and sister judges on the bench, both physical and online. Honorable Justice Ajit Singh, former Chief Justice of the Guwahati High Court, via online. Honorable Justice Monojit Bhuyan, former Judge of the Guwahati High Court, by online. Mr. Kamal Nayan Chowdhury, President, Guwahati High Court Bar Association. Mr. Santum Count, President, Guwahati High Court Advocates Association. Mr. Chinmoy Chowdhury, Chairman, Bar Council of Assam, Nagaland, Mizoram, Arunachal Pradesh, and Sikkim. Mr. Indranil Chowdhury, Advocate General, Arunachal Pradesh. Mr. Biswajit Goswami, Additional Advocate General, Assam. MS.T. Crow, Additional Advocate General, Nagaland. MS. Panchali Bhattacharya, Additional Advocate General, Mizoram. Mr. Ranjit Kumar Dev Chowdhury, Deputy Solicitor General of India. Learned senior advocates and other learned members of the bar, members of the registry, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. Today we have gathered here to bid a respectful and heartfelt farewell to Honorable Justice Mr. Suman Shyam, who is going to the High Court of Bombay on transfer, thereby bringing to a close an illustrious judicial tenure as a judge of Guwahati High Court. However, his unwavering journey in the noble pursuit of justice shall gain fresh momentum in Mumbai starting this Monday. As you are all aware, just recently we bade farewell to two of our esteemed colleagues, Honorable Mrs. Justice Malasri Nandi and Honorable Mr. Justice Kaketo Sema, on their retirement. Today, once again, we have assembled to extend our best wishes and express our gratitude to Justice Suman Shyam, a dear colleague of mine, for his distinguished service in the field of law under the jurisdiction of Guwahati. Let me take the liberty to say a few words about him. Justice Suman Shyam graduated in BSc major from the Guwahati University and obtained LLB degree from the JB Law College, Guwahati. He enrolled as an advocate under the Bar Council of Assam, etc., with effect from 3/9/1996, and practiced mainly on the civil side, dealing with civil matters, constitutional matters, arbitration cases, and service matters. Occasionally, he handled election trial as well as criminal matters before the High Court. Throughout his distinguished practice, he appeared before the Guwahati High Court in the principal seat, as well as the outlying benches, and before civil courts on the original side. He also served as secretary of the Indian Law Institute, Assam chapter. He was appointed as standing counsel of the Guwahati High Court at the principal seat, and also various public enterprises. In recognition of his legal acumen and standing in the bar, he was elevated as additional judge of the Guwahati High Court with effect from 7/1/2015 and became permanent judge of the Guwahati High Court on 3rd of January 2017. My association with Justice Suman Shyam spans many years as brother judges of this High Court. He is not only a colleague, but also a dear friend of mine. We have had the privilege of sharing the bench on many occasions and jointly adjudicating important legal matters. On the administrative side as well, we worked in close collaboration. We have been members of many committees, including the administrative committee, and used to take decisions in a democratic environment on a wide range of crucial issues. Like all of us here, he remained committed to the advancement and well-being of this institution. Apart from being an erudite and insightful judge, he has a sound understanding of the functioning of the High Court on the administrative side also. He has the ability to grasp the gist of any matter and can present his opinion in a concise manner. His vast experience has always helped this institution. During his tenure as a judge, Justice Suman Shyam handled a wide range of complex legal matters with remarkable diligence, clarity, and commitment to justice. His well-reasoned judgments and disciplined work ethic earned him deep respect from all. There can be no doubt that with this ability and experience, Justice Suman Shyam will be able to render invaluable service in the realm of administration of justice under the jurisdiction of the High Court of Bombay. Parting of association in life of everyone, whether it is of short duration or long, is always painful, regardless of the cause which results in part. It makes us emotional, but it is indeed inevitable in everyone's life. Today, Brother Suman Shyam is leaving us. Tomorrow, I, along with Brother Manas Ranjan Bhatta, will also be bidding farewell to this High Court. Fortunately, this institution will soon welcome Honorable Justice Ashutosh Kumar as the Chief Justice, who will join this institution on Monday. Additionally, 2 learned advocates and 2 experienced judicial officers are expected to be appointed soon. As always, judges will come and go, but the institution remains enriched by fresh perspectives, renewed energy, thereby strengthening the administration of justice. Naturally, there's a sense of sadness today as we part ways with such a cherished and distinguished colleague. I'm sure that all my esteemed brother and sister judges share the same sentiment, yet transfer is a part of judicial service. It marks not an end, but the beginning of a new chapter. We take solace in knowing that Brother Suman Shyam will now contribute his expertise in a new and dynamic jurisdiction. The diversity of work at the High Court of Bombay will surely broaden his already rich experience in the legal field. I personally feel that spending so many years of one's life as an advocate and then as a judge in Guwahati High Court, there can never truly be a party. The bond with this institution runs deep, and the memories etched here are indelible. In that sense, farewell seems a misnomer. As Charles Dickens rightly said, I quote, "The pain of parting is nothing to the joy of meeting again. Hope we will meet again." On behalf of myself, my esteemed brother and sister judges, and the registry, I extend a heartfelt gratitude to Justice Suman Shyam for his exemplary service to this institution. We wish him continued success, good health, enduring happiness, and immense satisfaction in this new phase of his judicial journey. Thank you.
May we have the honor of reply by Honorable Mr. Justice Suman Shyam.
Honorable the Chief Justice Acting, Mr. Justice L.S. Jamir, my esteemed colleagues at the bench who are present physically as well as virtually from the outlying benches, my former Chief Justice, Honorable Justice Ajit Singh, who I'm told is virtually hooked to this program, Honorable Justice Manojit Bhuya, who is also perhaps virtually present here, Mr. K.N. Chaudhary, President of the Guwahati High Court Bar Association, Mr. Santam Khaun, President, Guwahati High Court Advocates Association, Mr. Chinmay Chaudhary, Chairman Bar Council of Assam, Nagaland, Mizoram, Arunachal Pradesh and Sikkim, Mr. Indranil Chaudhary, Advocate General, Arunachal Pradesh, Mr. Bishwajit Goswami, Additional Advocate General, Assam, Ms. T. Crow, Additional Advocate General, Nagaland, Ms. Panchali Bhattacharya, Additional Advocate General, Mizoram, Mr. Ranjit Kumar Dev Chaudhary, Deputy Solicitor General of India, esteemed senior advocates present here today, my most beloved advocates, brothers and sisters who are present here in huge number, having an overwhelming feeling on me today, the learned members of the registry, my family members, Ms. Sumana, my wife, and my son Siddhant, ladies and gentlemen. At the very outset, I would like to thank you for all the kind words spoken about me. I must say that I am very deeply moved by the warm words and kind sentiments expressed today. As I am on the verge of leaving the Guwahati High Court to take oath as a judge of Bombay High Court, I am filled with a mixed sense of emotion, gratitude, nostalgia, and at the same time, a sense of fulfillment as well. I distinctly remember that day in the month of September 1996, when I had walked into the corridors of the old building of this High Court as a trainee lawyer, wearing a red necktie. That was a time when a fresh law graduate had to undergo 1 year basic training before getting enrollment under the Bar Council. As a new entrant into the legal profession, I too had a dream to do well in the practice. However, at that time, little did I know that one day I would have the good fortune and honor to adorn the high office of a judge of this High Court. While attending the office of my most revered senior, late C.K.S. Barua, who had an extensive practice in the civil side, I realized that this is a very tough profession. But I also had the opportunity to learn about the finer aspects of civil practice under him, which experience had later on played a significant role in shaping my career as a lawyer. I take this opportunity to pay my tribute to late C.K. Sharma Barua, my revered senior. Today, whatever I am, it is largely because of what I had learned as a junior in the chamber of late C.K. Sharma Barua. Later on, I had the good fortune and opportunity to work with Mr. K.N. Chaudhary, learned senior counsel, who is also the president of the Guwahati High Court Bar Association. I have taken note of his sentiments, his expectations. I believe only a true well-wisher will have high hopes and expectation. Coming up with seminal judgments is the dream of every judge, and I am no exception. But such judgments happen only when there is a collaborative effort from the bench and the bar. I hope someday his expectations will be met. All I can assure is I will continue to try and do my best to deliver justice in accordance with law, without fear and favor and any distraction. With the blessings of my seniors and good wishes of the well-wishers, I could move on in my journey as a lawyer. Today, when I sit back and reflect, I realize how lucky I am to be a part of this great institution. Therefore, it is time for me only to express my heartfelt gratitude to each and every one of you for making my journey in the profession as well as this bench so memorable. In my early days as a young lawyer, I was greatly inspired by the legal luminaries and stalwarts such as Justice D.N. Chaudhary, retired, Honorable Sri Justice Ranjan Gogoi and Justice Amitav Roy, through their insightful judgments and dedication to work, have left an indelible imprint in my mind. Later on, both their lordships went on to become judges of the Supreme Court. Honorable Mr. Justice Ranjan Gogoi became the Chief Justice of India. While in practice, I was a part of a very famous table in the bar, which was considered as a gathering of very vibrant and active people. I fondly remember my days in the table, interacting with all my dear friends and colleagues at the bar. But the day I took oath as a judge in the High Court, I found that my world had suddenly shrunk. Besides the company of my wife Sumana, daughter Annesha, and son Siddhant, I only had bags loads of files to deal with. That was the time I realized that the life of a judge is very lonely, as I could no longer freely meet my friends at the bar, with whom I had spent such beautiful times all these years. Those were truly very difficult days for me. It was during those days I had the support and guidance of my esteemed former colleague and elder brother, Mr. Justice Manojit Bhuya, with whose help I could overcome this loneliness to a great extent. I remember during my early days in the bench, I used to meet Justice Bhuya every day for lunch. His company and words of wisdom would have a truly soothing effect on me. Honorable Justice Rishikesh Roy and Honorable Justice Arup Kumar Goswami have all along played the roles of an elder brother to me. As very senior judges of this High Court, they used to always guide me in discharging my responsibilities efficiently. I also fondly remember the days when I had the opportunity to work with Honorable Mr. Justice Ujjwal Bhuya, Judge, Supreme Court of India, in various administrative committees of this High Court, chaired by His Lordship. As a member of those committees, I had learned the art of handling administrative work, which experience later on helped me a lot in discharging my administrative duties. I express my gratitude to the Chief Justices of the Guwahati High Court, Mr. Justice A.M. Sapre, who had headed the collegium that had recommended my name for elevation as a judge. Although I did not have the opportunity to sit in the bench with Justices B.K. Sharma, Justice B.P. Kotaki, Justice Mrs. Anima Hazarika, late Justice P.K. Saikya, Justice P.K. Mushahari, Justice H.N. Sharma, yet I remember the affectionate words they had spoken to me from time to time. Honorable Justice T. Vaipe who was the acting Chief Justice of this High Court for a short while, had also dealt me with extreme kindness. And because of the indulgences given by Justice Vaipe, I could very comfortably adjust to the new role of a judge in this High Court. I also have fond memories of my interaction with Justice C.R. Sharma, late Justice P.K. Saikia, late Justice S.E. Upadhyay, Justice Hukatosu, Justice Sartho. I express my deep gratitude to all of them for their kindness. The affection, support, and guidance I had received from the former Chief Justices, foremost of whom Sri Ajit Singh, who is virtually present here today. I have learned a lot. In fact, whatever little I know about criminal jurisprudence today, I owe it entire to Justice Ajit Singh, who has been a great teacher to me, and I will never forget his contributions in my life. Justice A.S. Bopana, Justice Ajay Kumar Lamba, Justice Sudhanshu Dhulia, Justice Sandeep Mehta, and Justice Vijay Bishnoi, who have been the Chief Justices of this High Court, have had the affection shown by them, the support received from them, had added exceptional value, strength, and resilience in dealing with the multifarious challenges which I faced while discharging my duties as a judge. I shall always remember the support and cooperation I have received from all my brothers and sisters in the bench. I take this opportunity to express my sincere gratitude to each of my brothers and sisters, namely Honorable Justice Lalusunkur Zamir, Justice Manas Ranjan Pathak, Justice Michael Zothankuma, Justice Kalyan Rai Surana, Justice Nelson Silo, Justice Sanjay Kumar Medhi, Justice Manish Chaudhary, Justice Soumitra Saikia, Justice Parthiv Jyoti Saikia, Justice Robin Fukan, Justice Devashish Borua, Justice Marli Vankum, Justice Arun Dev Chaudhary, Justice Susmita Khan, Justice Mitali Thakuria, Justice Karda Kete, Justice Midul Kumar Kalita, Justice Budi Abong, Justice N. Unnikrishnan Nair, Justice Kaushik Goswami, Justice Y. Longkumar, and Justice Shamima Jahan. The camaraderie and cooperation I have received from my esteemed colleagues have been instrumental in achieving the institutional goals set from time to time. I am extremely grateful to all of them for the trust placed on me. I am humbled by the faith each of you have shown on my abilities. I thank you all from the bottom of my heart. In the same breath, I would also like to remember, with a sense of reverence, my personal bonding with some of my former colleagues in the bench, Justice Srimati Rumi Kumari Fukan, Justice Achinta Malla Bujar Budwa, Justice Prashant Deka, Justice H.K. Sharma, Justice M.A. Ali, Justice Paran Kumar Fukan, Justice Ajit Bhattakur, Justice Srimati Malasi Nandi, and Justice K. Sema. My personal interactions with them has been enriching experience and had played a very significant role in discharging my duties as a judge. This High Court has been my second home. In fact, I feel that the last 10.5 years of my life as a judge of the Guwahati High Court have been the best days of my life. I will always cherish the memories I have gathered here, both as a lawyer and as a judge. The registry of the High Court in the principal seat, as well as the outlying benches at Kohima, Aizawl, Itanagar, have been great pillars of support for me in discharging many of my administrative duties. With the prompt, efficient, and able support of the registry headed by the Registrar General, I, as the chairperson of the Building and Infrastructure Committee, as well as the ICT Committee, along with my esteemed committee members, could take many significant decisions for developing infrastructure and ICT facilities for the judiciary in the state of Assam and the 3 other states coming within the jurisdiction of this High Court. In discharging my duties on the administrative side, I had always tried to implement future-facing decisions, which at times were a little ambitious. Due to the support and cooperation of the registry, important steps towards strengthening the digital infrastructure by starting of live streaming of court proceedings, e-filing of cases in the principal seat, issuance of online e-certificate, advocate-wise e-distribution of cases, cause lists, free Wi-Fi facilities for the advocates, litigants in the Guwahati High Court, motor accident claim information portal, digital law library, etc. could be started. You will be happy to know that work of establishing paperless courts in this High Court is in a very advanced stage. Insofar as building and infrastructure is concerned, construction of several new High Court buildings in various districts of the state. Besides having a new High Court building at Naharlagun ready for inauguration, are some of the significant steps taken by the building committee in the recent past. In addition to the above, several other infrastructure facilities are in the pipeline, which I believe, as and when completed, will immensely benefit both the bar and the bench. Without the able and timely support of the members of the registry, it would not have been possible for me to discharge all such responsibilities on the administrative side. During my tenure in this High Court, I have found each and every officer of the registry extremely dedicated towards their work. I thank you all for being such excellent support team. It is very heartening to learn that a very competent judge, namely Honorable Justice Ashutosh Kumar, would soon assume the office of Chief Justice of this High Court. I can assure you, this High Court is going to have a very good Chief Justice. I am sure under the dynamic leadership of Justice Ashutosh Kumar, with the able support of my esteemed brothers and sisters in the bench, this institution would scale new heights. I would also take this opportunity to express my sincere gratitude to my personal staff, Sri Tajuddin Chaudhary, Sri Sukhamoy De, Sri Govinda Prasad Sharma, Private Secretaries, Srimati Maitri Devi, AOJ Court Master, Sri Krishna Saikya, AOJ Court Master, Sri Adhiraz Hazarika, Court Master, Sri Mikhail Kalpa, my law clerk, and I would also name Ritesha Rajkua, my former law clerk in that group, Sri Dig Bahadur Chetri, Head Usherer, Sri Vijay Kumar Usherer, Sri Jitan Patar Chauffeur, Sri Prahlad Das Chauffeur, Sri Homeswar Kalita Court Attendant, Sri Kamal Jati Das Court Attendant, Srimati Parul Kalita, MTS, all of whom have been great help and support to me. The courtroom is a place of learning, growth, and intellectual stabilization. I must say, each day I spent in the courtroom as a judge has been a great learning opportunity for me. The Guwahati High Court enjoys a great reputation in the country. The development of this institution has been possible only due to the significant contributions made both by the bar and the bench. It is largely because of the erudition, efforts, and hard work of the learned members of the bar. The standard of justice dispensation in this High Court has been very high. Your dedication to the profession and court mannerism has been truly commendable. The decorum maintained by the esteemed members of the bar during court proceedings is of a very high standard and is spoken about in other parts of the country. I feel it is a true reflection of the rich and sober culture as well as the high traditional values observed in the northeastern states of Assam, Nagaland, Mizoram, and Arunachal Pradesh. I hope and trust the learned members of the bar would do their best to maintain the good ambience inside the courtroom, even in the days ahead. As a judge, I have seen that this bar is full of talent. What is needed is a little bit of exposure, training, and professionalism so as to make it one of the best bar in the country. I would like to express my special sense of appreciation to all the learned members of the bar for their assistance, cooperation, and respect. I want to say this to each and every esteemed members of the bar, especially the younger members. You hold a very special place in my heart. I wish you all the very best for the days ahead. As a judge of this court, I have tried to deliver justice in accordance with law without fear and favor, and in accordance with the constitutional oath. But to err is human. It is possible that I might have made mistakes in discharging my duties sometimes. While discharging my duties as a judge, if I have unintentionally hurt your sentiment in any manner, then please forgive me. As I'm going to move to my new assignment as a judge of Bombay High Court, I would take with me all the lessons, wisdoms, experience, and personal relationship that I found here. My doors at Mumbai will always be open for each one of you. I know many of my young friends in the bar must have found me very tough as a judge, but let me tell you, fire makes fine steel. I have been tough only with you only because of the fact that I saw tremendous potential in each one of you. And I thought with a little bit of push, you will shape up as very fine lawyers for the days ahead. So please don't misunderstand me for that. It was for your good only. In the words of William Shakespeare, parting is such sweet sorrow. It is time for me to say goodbye to all of you and move on. But my memories with my High Court and this place is making saying goodbye so hard for me. I take solace from the fact that goodbyes are not forever, certainly not the end. It simply means I will miss you all until we meet again. I would well and truly miss all of you. My best wishes to everyone. God bless this great institution. God bless us all. Thank you very much and namaskar.
Farewell address may now be concluded.